Hello Pisces, thank you for tuning in. This is the general read. For the main read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot by Paul Foster Case and Arthur Edward Waite. I don't know if I give you a good look at that. The supportive cards are the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Alright. Alright, so for your general read, what I'm getting here, I'm getting let go, the letting go card with the Chariot here. But let me just see here. Because your overall energy is that things are moving quickly, and I feel like you're letting go and you're moving on. I'm curious which side is letting go and what exactly is going on. Some of you, this is a job change. Because we have the Five of Pentacles in the center here and the Two of Pentacles right below it. I feel like there's choices outside of the situation. I feel like choices are presented to you. Okay. Choices have been presented. Are you moving on? This is a new... What's the deal here? Now I feel like this is actually after... this is the new job, the new situation. So this is going into it. So you've already made this decision. You've already moved into it. So if it's not work, it's something else. But you're already, you've made the decision. This is the start of it. You're getting right in there. But you have choices going on here. It's around you. You're being presented options. But things are moving fast. And there's some problems. With this situation, there are some problems. And I feel like you're either a part of the cleanup crew or you're a part of the situation that's figuring out what it is that needs to be done to fix it. Which I guess would be the cleanup crew. Well, kind of like the cleanup crew, I would think, decisions have already been made and you're going to do your part. It's already been mapped out. That'd be the cleanup crew, in my opinion. But then there's the other side where you might be a part of the decision making. Not for most of you. Some of you, not most. So that might be, I'm not even really feeling good about that. I think it's mostly you're kind of helping things get back on the right track. You have some good cards coming up, but it's kind of interesting. I feel like you're picking up other people's burdens. I feel like you're picking up some other situation. The Seven of Swords, yeah. I feel like these swords, I don't feel like they're even yours. I feel like they're a part of the situation and you're picking them up because you've chosen this and you're picking those up very willingly and you're going to take them forward and you're going to do your best to take care of each one as best you can. I feel like for some of you, this is just a situation that's always burdened, but you're okay with it and you're picking this up. For some reason, you handle this well. You've got the Victory card and you've got the Harmony. So I feel like the situation is always burdened, whatever it is. I'm feeling it's a work situation. It's always stressful, but you know how to handle it. You're good at it, and you know how to make things work out harmoniously. I feel you have history in this. You have some type of history in this. Either it's an education or a previous job, or just your life has been a certain way and you know how to handle these situations. Something along those lines. But you're handling it well. And this is very good for the situation. This is the outside. This is I feel like your involvement, even though I feel like you're a part of the cleanup crew, the way you're handling it is helping other people see things in a different light. I almost feel like people are learning by your example, and some people are changing the way they do things just based on watching you. So I feel whatever situation, I feel like for most of you it's a work situation, you're having this effect. I feel like you're having this effect. I feel like you've done this before, but maybe I'm just having a minute. You're having this effect where you're changing the situation for the better. You know how to handle it. I don't feel like you're really teaching people, but I feel like people are picking up on how you do things. You have a very charismatic, Je ne sais quoi. I don't even know what that means off the top of my head, but I've said it before. I know I have. Je ne sais quoi. I'm going to have to look that up later. I'll probably forget. Somebody will put it in the comments. Thank you for whoever puts it in the comments and what that means, because I'm like, why am I saying that? You have a way of going about it that if it's influencing other people. So I don't know what are we talking about? I feel like you're in your element though. So maybe when you jump in right off the bat, it's a little worse than you thought it was. But you're having the effect and it's going better than they thought it would. It's almost like the standard of the situation. It's at a lower standard than you think is acceptable, and you kind of pull it up based on the way you handle it. I almost feel like there's other ways to handle this that are less than ideal, that are acceptable at this situation, but you've decided that's not acceptable for you because you can already see the pitfalls of that. So you're raising the bar for yourself, and I feel in turn people around you are also raising the bar as well. So you're having this like effect. Anything else? I feel like that went extremely fast. So is that like the point? Is there more here? This is quick. Like I feel like whatever's going on, for some of you, now is this supposed to be this way? I don't feel like you thought it was going to be this bad. And I'm wondering if it's like a hiccup, like as you're entering, like something goes wrong. I'm wondering how this is hitting. Granted, it's a general read, but I'm like, this makes me wonder what's going on. I feel like things aren't going right. But I feel like you can handle this situation. You weren't expecting it to go easy. I don't feel that, but the situation is rougher than it should be at the moment. Okay. So I don't feel like this is the norm. Whatever you're going into as you're starting this situation, I don't feel like it's the norm for it. I feel like it's a bit rougher than it usually is. But I also feel like your experience with this actual group of people or situation itself is new. So to you, this is just, you wouldn't know the difference, that it's not usually this bad. And you might be thinking, what have I gotten myself into? Not like, but you handle it well. So I'm thinking that it's not usually this bad. I think that's what they're saying. That's what we need to know here. Because I'm like, what is the point of this? Because clearly you're going to succeed. You're going to do well. Situation isn't normally this bad. They're driving that home. I feel like there's procrastinating and people don't know what decision to make. Which is another good thing that you're kind of raising the bar. I don't feel like you're making decisions, but I feel like the way you're handling it, people are getting ideas and moving things forward. And it's like you have a personal level, like you're raising the bar because even though certain things are acceptable, you're like, that's going to cause more problems. I'm not going to do that. And it's perfectly acceptable for you to raise the bar, and you do, for good reason, because you know what's going to happen. You know you're just going to pay for it later, so like, why do that? But you're having this effect. I feel like there's management decisions or something along those lines that are being made based on what you're doing, like you're setting a great example type thing. You should get accolades for this later on, like a ways down the road though. Like it's going to be a ways down the road. So I feel like it's noticed, but it may not be acknowledged for a little while. Okay. Alright, I think I'm going to wrap that up there. Okay, good. Of course, thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com. James4astral@gmail.com. Thank you for watching.